Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how I made a scream in Scripta Ex Tormente. If you're not sure yet which scream that is. Let's find it right here. It's this one. So you probably recognize it, and if you don't recognize it then you go check out Scripta Ex Tormente right now because it's one of my best tracks. At least music wise, mix wise, it's was one big disaster, but anyway, this is the entire file. As you can see, it's one big chaos with 109 patterns and lots of sounds, and here's a kick drum consisting out of lots of kick drum sounds. Still sounding crappy. I believe I didn't even use that one in the end, so I could throw away lots of these. But well, it was like I spent 4 years on this track. Started in 2009, ended in 2013. Wasn't happy with it. It had to be my best track ever, and I did so many things with it. So in the end, it really ended up as one big chaos. It was probably also the most difficult track to mix for me ever, and that while I was much worse at mixing than I am today. So, how did I get the inspiration for this scream? I felt it fit, but I got the idea from Blue Study from Stone Sour. So the no sound. So I was like, okay, how am I going to recreate this? Taking out that sound wasn't an option, and then distorting it or something, because it's very difficult to get out vocal samples from such tracks and still get it in a good quality. At least I do hear it in some hardcore tracks now and then, but I really have no idea how they do that. Maybe they get some, what do you call them? A cappella somewhere or something. Anyway, so I needed a no sample, because that was in the Stone Sour track as well. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do? Am I going to record something myself? But I didn't really feel like that, so I went to check if I had some game maybe where that sound would be in. And I found one, and this was the sound. So that's the funny part about this story. That big scream is made out of, if you know it, worm stew. The sound when you get kicked out of the field. And the sad little British worm is like, no. So that's the basis for this sound. So then I have a special method how I converted it to that big scream. And this is, besides being a funny story, it's pretty interesting to be able to do this yourself as well. Make something similar. One of the important things is the vocoder. So here, this is the channel where it comes in, but this doesn't really do anything. This is the mandatory vocoder channel that you have to pan to the right. Has something to do with how this vocoder works in Fruity Loops, but if you use a different vocoder you can forget that, and otherwise, well, just look up how it works. So what sound is it vocoded with? This sound. Which is pretty much a very distorted sort of noise sound. And if you want to make something like this yourself, I think it would be good to get something like white noise, and then, like for instance, put an equalizer on it, then distort that whole thing, distort it heavily, and play a little bit with the equalizer to get different results. And so this gets put into the vocoder. So you first have the nose sound. Well, I changed it a little bit as well, like there's a little bit of echo on it and it's a little bit pitched higher. And you have the other one. I believe I stretched that one a bit. Yep. So these two together go into that noise sound and they get merged more or less. And so then you get this result. By the way, don't mind this part, cause I was pretty newbie when I made this track, so there are a lot of things in there that make you think, what the fuck was he doing? That's the same thing I'm wondering right now, so I was pretty newbie back then. So, yeah, this sound. Yeah, 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 yeah. As always, needs more distortion. So I put the distortion. Which is pretty funny as well, because this is another example of what the fuck was I doing. Not sure if I was trying to make an Evil Activities logo inside the wave shape or something, but oh well, the result sounds good, so I guess it's good. So now you get this. Which is coming pretty close to the end result. But it's still missing delay. So let's put some delay. You can forget about these two as well, because they only make it sound worse actually, but I think I tried something there in the mixing stage and failed. Anyway, so this is with the delay. And that's the end result. So just a few plugins needed to get a sweet little worm sound, a British worm, have to add that, and make it into one big scream of some monster that echoes in the surroundings. And so you can also switch that no sound to maybe some other sound, like a synthesizer or something, with some negative pitch envelope and such. So yeah, have fun making your own scream sound.